Welcome to College Copilot and our tour for the day. We're going to just go straight into Command Central, which is the place that you can access once you have registered. And you can see that you'll always land on a calendar that shows you upcoming tasks and events that you have added. Through the process, you'll be going through the tracker bar, the easy tracker up above, and answering some simple questions. And what happens when you're doing this? And you can see right here, I'm changing a few of the words that I think might best describe me in a way that colleges would be more interested in hearing about than perhaps the ones that were there before. And what happens is that there will be several places where this information is being populated while I'm typing it out. So I will show you those places and you can get a sense for how integrated this entire program is in order to decrease the time and the confusion for any user. So right now I'm going to a PDF, one of many that we've created that have sort of a template of different letters and forms that you'll need to create for teachers and colleges and different scenarios, college coaches, your own high school coaches as well. And on it, you can see you can just print to PDF, and the letter and the way that you customized it is all ready to send out. You can print it and you can hand it to your coach or your teacher if you're asking for a letter of recommendation like this letter is doing, or you can also save it for later and email it to somebody. So in addition, you can see that it's also populating on other questions in the future. So it saves you time from having to re-input any kind of information that you already added. Also, what we have is a college list developer. And this is, of course, one of the most important parts of the college application process. And here we've already added some colleges. You can see them down below. I'm going to remove one. You can always do that, and you can add more. I'm going to do a search to show you just how you can be flexible in figuring out what schools you want to go to. Now, I know I want to be on the West Coast, so I put far west, and I want to go to a university medium size, which is less than 10,000. And I want to find one where the applications aren't due before December. So here we go, and there's actually not that many of all those hundreds and hundreds of schools. So it helps really decrease the options and let you fine-tune your college list that way. You can follow all of the links in College Copilot to learn more about those schools and to figure out what exactly you need in order to make a good decision. Over here, you can see that I'm in a glossary, which you will be sent to from different help tools that come up to explain certain concepts that you're working on. And it offers a wealth of information and lengthy discussions on what the best tips and practices are in order to achieve whichever goal you're working on. So for instance, going on college tours, which is what we're doing right here. I just went and said that I was going to visit University of San Diego, and that was going to be on the 6th of July, along with the other schools I have planned. So I'm checking it on the calendar, and it definitely populated, so I know that that is going to be a fun-filled weekend of driving around, visiting schools, and getting more information that'll help me make my final decision. Moving on to the essay prompts, this is going to be obviously an important part of the application process as well, and you can see that all of the schools that you added to the list on the question prior are automatically populated in the drop-down menu to make it easier for you to keep track of all the schools you're applying to. In the end, you will be accepted to many colleges and find that it's a really tough choice in some cases. And no matter how long you talk with people, you still just aren't sure. So we've created a quantitative way to figure out which school is of most interest to you. Right here, what we're doing is putting in the top criteria that I've developed personally, knowing that the social scene is important to me. So I gave it a 3, but it's not as important as academics, which are the most important. So I gave them a 5. And I'm a foodie, so I want the cafeteria food to be really good as well. And I'm also going to put in the schools that have accepted me. So these are the ones that I'm seriously considering, but I'm just not sure which one is right. Which one should I choose? So here we go, putting them in, and you can see that they're auto-populating in the table below. And from there, you can start adding your own ranking of each one of those criteria for each one of the schools. And based on the weight that you gave each criteria, there will be a mathematical formula that creates a score for each of the schools. So I am learning through the College Copilot program, as well as through college fairs, college tours, and discussions with alumni and other people, which schools offer the best in which areas. So I am finding that through my own research that University of San Diego is going to offer the best in all the areas that are important to me. This here is the flight manifest, which is the index of all of the questions that you have answered throughout the program for an easy glance at everything that you've done and a place where you can go to quickly edit any questions that you want to change. And finally, we're moving on to our blog, where you'll be able to access a plethora of articles by professionals in the field, as well as a special offer from College Copilot to you, and it will be an introductory year-long subscription to College Copilot to get you started on the right foot.